Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today, I'll be giving a first-time reaction to the Goo Goo Dolls. We'll be checking out their songs Before It's Too Late and Iris, which should give us a good idea of what their sound is like. Now, this is my first time listening to the Goo Goo Dolls, but not my first time hearing their name. Many years ago at this point was one of the first times I heard their name, Goo Goo Dolls, and I don't know why I was immediately kind of turned off to listening to their music because I thought the name was just a little too silly. I thought, oh, maybe they named themselves the Goo Goo Dolls as a gimmick or to draw in attention of people who are like, that's a very silly name. Maybe we'll listen to their music. I thought it was more so like a marketing grab. But, that was when I was a little bit more closed-minded when it came to music listening. So these days, when I got this request for Goo Goo Dolls, I thought to myself, wow, all of those memories that I had in the past that related to the Goo Goo Dolls are now being brought to my attention in the year 2025 as I try to be more open with my music listening. So I'm very excited today to find out finally what their music actually sounds like and dispel all of the weird, thoughts that I had and preconceived notions that I've had about the Goo Goo Dolls. And we have to thank Gundala the Caring for this request today and bringing the Goo Goo Dolls to my attention and to this channel. As always, Gundala, it is much appreciated. And I see that you dedicated this to all of those who like rain just as much as you do. Me personally, I love rain, but I don't love it when the rain impairs me from being able to drive. Like if I'm at home and things are chill, it's a nice night, whatever, and then the rain's, pitter-pattering on my window, that's all cool. Even if there's like thunder and things get loud, as long as I'm safe inside, that's fine. But when I'm like hiking or doing something outside the house that requires me to be on my on the lookout, sometimes rain is a little bit annoying. Anyways, we can get lost into that conversation another time. Let's jump into the Goo Goo Dolls. A lot of quick cuts. Hold on, is this from the Transformers movie? I see Megan Fox.
And I stood at a distance to feel who you are, hiding myself in your eyes.
Yeah, this is Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox, that's Bumblebee. Is this part of like that film's soundtrack?
Hiding myself in your eyes.
So if this is literally associated with the Transformers movies, then it also reminds me so much of the time in my life when I had truly discovered Linkin Park, and that song New Divide, I believe, was a part of the Transformers soundtrack as well. I absolutely loved that song when I first heard it. So I guess the Goo Goo Dolls are that big of a household name that they were up there in producing tracks for the Transformers alongside Linkin Park. Man, my perspectives are all out of whack right now. That is so crazy. And this kind of reminds me too a little bit of that group, and I know one song by them, so let me just quickly look it up here. the song by Matchbox 20, How Far We've Come. Somehow, that's the only Matchbox 20 song I know, but I listened to it when I was young and it really like stuck in my brain. That melody also in the How Far We've Come song maps really well onto a Hindi song from a Bollywood movie called Om Shanti Om, song Dastani. Anyways, I could get reference to reference to reference. I could on and on and on we go. But the Goo Goo Dolls so far really sound like, or at least the singer here sounds a lot like that Matchbox 20 singer in How Far We've Come. Whew. Try to live a day in my brain.
Might break you's the one that would say a life you don't live is still lost. So stand on the edge with me, hold back your fear and see nothing is real till it's gone. Hold on before it's too late. Run till we leave this behind. Don't fall, just be who you are. It's all that we need in our lives. So live like you mean it,
Oh,
love till
yeah,
you
strip it
feel
back with this acoustic.
It's all that we need in our lives. So stand on the edge with me, hold back your fear and see nothing is real till it's gone. Hold on before it's too late. Run till we leave this behind. Don't fall, just be who you are. It's all that we need in our life. Hold on before it's too late. Run till we leave this behind. Don't fall, just be who you are. It's all that we need in our lives. It's all that we need in our lives. It's all that I need in my life.
Oof. There you have it. That's Before It's Too Late. Definitely a very pop rock kind of vibe. Super reminds me of that Matchbox 20 singer. Also reminds me a bit of Mayday Parade. I would say Green Day, but Green Day are a lot more riff heavy than what we heard here with Before It's Too Late. This song was very much about the melody, about the big chorus hit with this very clean vocal delivery. I mean, there's a bit of rasp in this singer's voice, but you know, for rock standards, it is a very clean voice. Definitely has the underpinnings of the 2000s and what rock sounded like. There's that kind of polish over a song like this. Just, yeah, firmly in the world of pop rock. So in my mind, it doesn't really stand out more than any other like pop rock song might, but it is firmly in that place. So it's a good kind of characterization of what you may expect from this genre. So I have really nothing bad to say at all. And I like the meaning of this track as well. The idea of do what you need to do before it's too late. Act now. Express love, truth, vulnerability before the opportunity for that fades, because regret is far worse than doing the thing but then failing or being rejected or whatever it may be. At least I've always kind of felt this in my life. All of the times where I have kind of foregone being honest and authentic and upfront about what I thought or felt in a moment, I would rather be vulnerable, be rejected 1,000 times over than to just hold it all in and not know what the other person thinks of me, for example, and, overthink it. And for me, I came from a very overthinking kind of a background. And it kind of happens with maybe us intellectuals who like to back and forth in our brain hypothesize every single possible logical pathway of a conversation, for example. But really, if you trust in your own intellectual ability, in your own in your own emotional quotient, then defer the thinking for the conversation. Allow your brain to work in that context. Now, of course, there's room for planning and for being prepared for things that are meaningful to you, but don't just let anxiety and fear rule you all the time in these situations, because then it becomes inadvertently a crutch and can take up more of your cognitive resources than you may want to allot in the ideal world. Yeah, really nice song. I would say kind of like a middle of the road average track in the world of pop rock. Nothing really stood out about it, but that's why I say I have nothing really bad to say either. Let's check out Iris.
You turn my guitar on.
I already really like that voicing, and as we can see, here's the rain. I've attended a great many shows in the rain. And a mandolin.
And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow.
That's catchy.
You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now, 'cause all I can taste is this moment.
And with the rain, this is this feels already iconic, super emotional. Aching.
All I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your life. So when sooner or later it's over, I just don't wanna miss you tonight. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's sweet to be broken, I just want you to know I am.
Yeah. I love how huge that chorus is. Like, this chorus puts the rock in pop rock, which, man, I love big explosive moments like that. And I think there was a bit of repetition in the lyrics to make that, the second time around when the lyrics were sung again, pop even more. Like, he's saying, I don't want the world. Let me pull up the lyrics on the side here. I like this already. Don't want the world to see me.
And you can't fight the tears that ain't coming, or the moment of truth in your lies. So when everything feels like the movies, yeah, you plead just to know you're alive. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's right to be broken, I just want you to know I am.
This song is winning me over. And the strings right underneath. Dude, the emotion-drenched guitar solo against the backdrop of all of those singing, I mean, not really singing at that moment, but screaming audience members, the nice air of instrumentation from the other guitars and the bass there. Oh, it just settles in so nicely. I mean, you'll always be able to seal the deal with me with beautiful guitar like that. Kind of converts like heartbreak into something epic. Yeah, it does the job. Oh, and now we get the slowdown. Come on, enter the feels land. We are really in feels land, but we're becoming mayor or something.
I want you guys to take this one home, alright?
Take it home. Apologies for pausing right there. I'm just noticing all of the umbrellas. These people came prepared.
We love you. Good night. Thank you for sticking around.
Wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was one of like their perfect performances, no? Like when I hear that, to me it just feels like the highest level of performance that you can get from an artist that you love, because it is so emotional. The audience is right there with them. The rain is pouring down, the equipment is getting messed up. I mean, you could hear everything kind of perfectly. I'm surprised that nothing like cut out, but the gravity of the situation, the emotion being fueled from both parties, the artists, the Goo Goo Dolls, and the fans, all also being completely downpoured by that rain. It is such an emotional setting. It is such an experience, truly experiential. That felt like one of like the perfect performances of, you know, I mean, I could imagine one of their perfect performances ever. It just has that feeling, you know. Even like for me, I've listened to a lot of music, and you'll hear live performances for songs that feel like, okay, like this was a great one, but this wasn't like a Mount Rushmore for this group. But somehow in these two song selections from Gundala today, this performance of Iris, to me, feels like a Mount Rushmore performance of theirs. I have no other way to validate that other than to just listen to more Goo Goo Dolls. So if you are interested in hearing my reactions to this group, you can always request a reaction using the first link in the description box below. Wow. That hit. That song in particular hit. I think Iris, for me, of these two, takes the cake. but like by takes the cake, I mean really takes the cake, because and even in terms of song structure for this song, it was a little bit more dynamic than what we got with the first track there. We got that guitar solo, even grittier vocals. I felt like in the first song, the vocals were a little bit clean and maybe too clean. It was almost like a perfectly polished pop rock. But this performance of Iris, to me, it is like leaning into that rock feel just a little bit more. And it did wonders. But yeah, like I said, if you want to request the reaction yourself, you can do so by clicking the link below. In any case, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.